All right, everyone. It is time. It is 3 o'clock in Kitsap County. It is Tuesday, June 7th. Welcome, everyone. A beautiful 74 degrees outside. Uh, Man, I took a walk today at Evergreen Park at about 7 o'clock this morning, and it was fantastic. But it's not about me. It's about Priya Chari in the Kitsap Regional Library. Priya, how you doing today?
Hi, Marwan. I am doing so well. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. Like I said, today was a beautiful day. Got off with a good start, and I always look forward to the first Tuesday of the month. So I know you got so much to talk about today, so let's jump right into it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it is June at the library, and every year that means the start of our summer learning program. It is a big deal because we want to encourage everyone of all ages, no matter how old you are, how much you read. We want to encourage everyone of all ages to get reading and get learning this summer. What that means to you, you can figure it out. There's lots of options, and I will share exactly how you can get involved. So from June 1st to August 31st every year is our summer learning program. We want to encourage people to do a set number of readings. So we'll set you some goals, but you are welcome to do as much as you would like. And the way you can keep track of that is through our little booklet that's available in all of our branches. You will see it posted many different places. At downtown, we have it in the front entrance, on our front desk, scattered around our building. So you can see on the front cover, Summer Learning 2022, Read More, Learn More, and Grow More, because our theme this year is gardening and farming. So all types
Are you
of things that can
serious?
get get you
It's
outside,
gardening and farming?
get your hands dirty, learn to grow some stuff, whether that's out in your garden if you have one, or on your windowsill in your house if you have some space, or even just theoretically, what does it mean to grow and bloom, that type of thing. So we want to leave it as open as we can. So you'll see on the front cover, here is actually our new library director, Jason, with his family getting their hands dirty. So they're setting us a good example for this summer.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah. So if you flip through, there's 3 levels for, and I would be happy to drop some these booklets off if anyone needs. We have them at the library, but I'm happy to walk around downtown and drop them off too.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So we have 3 levels to get involved. First is called Read More, and that's your typical reading tracker that you might be familiar with your library. When you're a kid growing up, they say, "Hey, read a certain number of hours, get a prize," right? So again, all these are all ages, not just for kids. So there's the Read More challenge, which challenges you to read 10 hours, 50 hours, or 100 hours, and that's from start of June all the way through the end of August. There's the Learn More challenge, which is just you picking a goal of something you want to learn this summer, no matter what it is, and tell us about it. Tell it how it goes. Tell us what your planning process is like, trials and tribulations, all that good stuff. Report back, and you can enter to win one of 3 really cool prizes. And then we have a new challenge called Grow More, which is just a little bingo activity that you can do to get involved in your community, get some more influences in your summer learning experience, and also an additional entry into the drawing. So very briefly, I'll also say it's a paper booklet, but we have an app that we use called Beanstack. So you'll see inside the booklet, there are these little QR codes here. There we go. To point you to the digital version of all of this. So if you're not a paper person, there's an app you can use to track your reading. It's all on our website. We just want you to get involved however you feel so inclined. So for 10 hours, this is our little paper tracker here. We've got some beets with leaves that want to be colored. So for every 20 minutes, color in a little leaf. The kiddos really love this, but if you're an adult, I love to see the energy too. So
Did you say the beets want to be colored?
They want to be colored.
They want to be colored.
They really do. Well, we're used to seeing greenery in our gardens, and there's not much green here. So for every 20 minutes, you color in a little leaf. At the end of this page, it's 10 hours. So starting in August, we're going to start giving away prizes. bring this back to your local branch with all 10 hours colored in. And for kids, teens, and adults, you get a free book or journal. And we've got a really cool selection of books for each age range. So, or if just a journal, if you would like to write your own type of book. So that is the prize for 10 hours. And I was talking to a patron earlier today, talking about summer learning. 10 hours is easy to get done if you keep track. And I want to just start by saying this is not sit down and read a book for 10 hours. It doesn't have to be that. So if you are a print reader, that's awesome. If you're an audiobook listener, that also counts. If you're reading to your kid, if you're reading to your children, or if your children are practicing their reading to you, that counts for both of you. If you are in a car on a road trip and you're listening to an audiobook, that listening time counts for every person in the car. So 10 hours is doable by the end of the summer. I know it sounds like a big number. Also, if you're reading for school, like homework, if you're reading for work, if you're reading the newspaper, if you're listening to storytelling, it all counts. So we just want you to start thinking about all the learning in your life. So 10 hours gets you a free book or journal. If you want to read more, we have a stretch goal of 50 hours. You get a really cool sticker, or 100 hours, which also sounds like a really big number, but a lot of people get it done. It just takes a little bit of planning, but we have a little grid where you can keep track for every 20 minutes you read, color it in with the little color that's specified here, and you'll see a cool picture emerge. And so bring this to your branch at the end of anytime in August for your 100 hours, which is a really cool t-shirt. And you'll see Jason and his family are modeling it.
Let me go ahead and zoom in on
Nothing beats reading. Yeah. Cute little shirt. You get to match lots of other community members who also participate in this. So the additional challenge is the Learn More challenge. And so this one has an end of summer drawing. So if you get this completed, bring it into the branch by the end of August. First week of September, we'll draw the prizes. And there's some really cool ones. So
can you tell us some of the prizes?
I will tell you what the prizes are. So you get your choice of 3. And there's 3 prizes to be won per each branch. So pick your branch wisely.
Okay.
The first one is called Grow Green, and it is a home gardening kit. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with hydroponic gardens, like little kits that you can have indoors. They don't require a ton of dirt or fertilizer or anything. It's mostly just light and water. Those are really good for herbs or like things that you can keep on like a kitchen counter. So you can enter to win a hydroponic indoor garden and a mushroom log, which I have a lot of people being like, what's a mushroom log? Good question. So it's literally a little log that grows mushrooms out of it. So you can have your own mushroom farm at home to feed you and your family, which is pretty cool, right? So that's the Grow Green
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, adults can do this too? Can we win the prizes?
Yeah, any community member who wants to participate.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All ages. We're not cutting it off at any age. We just ask that you enter once and not at every branch. Just pick your branch and enter once.
So Priya, I have so many questions and comments just about this. So
oh my gosh.
One, I love the fact that it sounds like the way that this is kind of built out that families can do this, right? So I could do this with Layla and we can both read and kind of encourage each other, which is great.
Absolutely.
I also love the fact that you have it broken down by 20-minute increments. So, Layla's great at math, but I want her to read more. And it just seems so daunting to look at a 400-page book. So, I don't want you to read 10 books this summer. It's like 10 books. It's like, it goes, a lot faster than you think. We'll do a math equation out of it, but it's like, okay, well, I read for 20 minutes and you're marking it off. People start to see that progress and that picture coming in. I think that would definitely stimulate her and her to read more.
Exactly. And again, this is for people who don't mind print, who maybe having a little tracker there is really helpful for them. The app equivalent of this, it's on the Beanstack app. It's an easy download, but it's a little bit more interactive too. So if you, for instance, hit your 10-hour mark, there's like a little graphic that welcomes you to like, hey, congrats, you did this. This is a big thing. 10 hours is a big thing. Because I know it's not easy to find time to read or listen to books in your day-to-day life. Like we're busy people. So whatever way works best for you all. Some people, like I've had patrons say they just keep a little notebook in their pocket and they just do tally marks for every like 10 or 15 minutes they've read so they can keep track. Whatever works for you. We're not gonna we don't keep track of it tied to your library account. That's the next thing. You don't need a library card or membership to participate in this. We just want to see the packet turned in at the end of the summer, just so we know how to get in touch with you if you win one of the prizes. But we're not keeping track of how many hours you are reading. We trust you to do that on your own. We just want to celebrate with you when you've hit those milestones. I will say the last two prizes I think are really cool. So there's the Grow Green prize with the indoor garden. There's a Shop Local prize, which has a $100 gift certificate to your local bookstore or nursery or garden store, which is really
wow.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last one is called Gamer on the Go. It is a little pack of a Nintendo Switch Lite and a Super Mario Party game. So I know a lot of our kids and teens are
What?
really jonesing for that one. Yeah.
I
So
take
to
it that's
enter
the
to win.
100-hour prize, right? That's the big
So
one.
this one actually isn't tied to reading at all, though we would love it to be. So this is
Oh.
part of this challenge where you can enter to win one of the 3 prizes is called Learn More. It's this page in the booklet here. Basically, tell us what you want to learn this summer. Tell us just, something you want to learn or try or do, a new thing. We don't care what it is, just something that you haven't done before. So tell us about it here, write down your ideas, pick one idea, and then tell us the steps that you did to make it happen, right?
Mhm.
So maybe that's hey, I want to learn how to grow carrots in my garden. I've never done it before. How do I do this? So you write your goal up here, and then down here say, step 1, buy carrot seeds. Step 2, plant them in my garden, get them in the ground. Step 3, nurture. So water, fertilize, all those literal steps that it takes to get something done. Did you do it? Check. And then how did it go? How was it? Did you make any mistakes? Did you learn something new? And then on the back, just how did your experience turn out? What would you do next time? Did you have a fun time? Did you teach someone something in the process? So there's a little bit of reflection, and then just tell us how to get in touch with you. Tell us which prize you want to enter to win, and drop it off at your branch. And at the end of August, we will do the drawing. So that way you don't have to. This is completely separate from your reading. If you decide you don't want to do the reading challenge, but you do want to, learn something and tell us about it, totally fine. We don't need to have all of them at the same time. The last thing is the fun little bingo challenge here, and you can enter this as an additional entry into one of the drawings. And it's really fun things like try a new food, or attend a library class, plant a seed, visit a farmer's market. So little things that you can sort of incorporate into your summer plans, maybe a weekend trip, connect with your kiddos or family members and do it together. We just want to encourage people to, get out of their ruts this summer and try something new.
So you got three different ways you can read. You can do the reading, you can do the entry and tell you what you learned, or you can do this last one that you were just talking about.
Yeah, and they all sort of
do
tie
all 3, right?
Yes, we want you to, read at least 10 hours. If you can do that, fantastic. If you want to read more, even better. If you don't think you can fit reading into your schedule, but you are trying something new this summer, might as well tell us about it. Enter to win a cool prize. And then with the bingo, it's get out and explore your community. Here are a few inspiration prompts. Also bring it back once you've completed it, and we can enter to win a fun prize. So we're trying to encourage that.
Well, I got to say, you really helped me out right here. So,
Nice.
there may be some parents that are in my situation. Layla goes to Alabama in the summertime. So unfortunately, she's on June 20th and she's gone for a whole month. But this is a way for us to stay connected. And she's really, app savvy. So we can use the app and kind of encourage each other, even though she's gone, to stimulate her reading. So I was trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to do that? She's away from me and she's going to want to play and do all her things. It's a way for us to kind of check in every evening and just talk about, oh, okay, did you get your reading done? And I can share what I read. And I think I'm going to use it for myself to maybe either learn something new and also to read something fun. So I had to challenge myself to kind of take some of that time out. So, and then audiobooks feels like cheating. But hey, if I got to take it that way, I'm gonna take it.
So I think I might have shared this in a previous chat with you, but my personal and professional recommendation as a librarian and also as a heavy audiobook reader is that as an accessibility tool for a lot of people who maybe have visual impairments or learning disabilities, or some way where written print doesn't quite work for them. Audiobooks are a huge, tool to getting that reading done. So even just from an accessibility point, if you're paying attention to the audiobook and you're really engaging with it the same way you would if you were reading it, I'm gonna count that as a book. Also, sometimes I have some coworkers who maybe read the book in print but listen to the audio while they're doing it, because it sort of gives you the extra dimension. Plus, for a lot of us, we're just really busy people. So if you can still get that, that engagement with a story, that same storytelling, still explore authors who you really love, but in a different audio, like in an audio format, we are fully supportive of that. I love audiobooks. I think they're a cool way to like get different character voices also in your head, aside from my own voice in my own head. So it all counts, as long as you're like paying attention to it and not just having it on as background noise.
So what I love about reading is one, learning new words and seeing the words. So
Yes.
that's always great for me. But the audio book is fantastic. I walk in the morning at Evergreen, and so I can listen to the audio book, which is great. So I listen to the book the whole time. I could get like 4 20-minute sessions in and mark my little card off. So
Exactly.
yeah, no, I think it's really awesome. I always love talking to you because there's always something new and just a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely will encourage Layla to do that with me. We were just talking about this on Sunday, so this is fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear it. And I want to just reiterate for you, Marwan, as a parent, but also for all the other adults who will be listening, you do not have to have a kid to participate. Like, this is truly all ages. I know the branding and the illustration is really youthful and fun, but we truly just want everyone to feel empowered to take interest in your own reading. As you get older, there's not as much emphasis or like public encouragement of that outside of the library. But when you're in the library, we want to know what you're reading. We want to know how you liked it. We want to, just support you as you're going forward with that. So maybe if that's a way that we can incorporate it into a goal, like I've had people in previous summers say, hey, I'm using this reading challenge as an opportunity to work through this series because I read the first book several years ago and never finished it. And we're like, yes, fantastic. Do that. Let us know how it goes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And you guys are, finding all these new ways to reach out to the kids, which I think is fantastic. And I met with Jason a few weeks ago,
Nice.
and he talks about that being his passion also.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask,
Yes.
not to put you out or anything, but we're working with Tones Fitness, which is on 900 Pacific, and
Mhm.
they're going to have a kids program this summer
Ooh.
that's centered around working out and exercising and eating
Mhm.
healthy and all these other good things. And they're going to have some activities. Could the lab come up there and talk to the kids and maybe present this information in hand and encourage the kids to read?
That
It could
is
be.
an extremely enticing idea. I will check my schedule, but if you want to send me the details, I think that would be an absolutely understandable connection to make. Even just tying into our, we want to get people active and involved, but tying into the theme of farming and gardening this summer.
Mhm.
I don't know if any of y'all have gardened for more than like half an hour, but that stuff is hard. Like, it's a lot of bending and lifting and digging, and it's a workout.
So I haven't, and it's one of the things that we were supposed to be working on for another one of my organizations,
Mhm.
Resilient Ecosystems. And I was just talking to my neighbor, and she was saying, I'm really good at growing, and I can help you because I was talking about
Mhm.
I'm a brown thumb, and she's like, I can help you with it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna Rob and go ahead and get the raised garden and
Mhm.
just go ahead and get started. It's like you just need to start it. Doesn't matter if you kill a whole bunch like the goldfish. I mean, no, the goldfish, they're just fine.
Good.
They go in that are lonely. But
Mhm.
eventually I'll get the hang of it. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do that by next week. So
Nice.
that is my challenge to start a garden next week. And this is all these things kind of go perfect. So I will vlog about that and I will keep you updated, Priya.
Please do. And send me the details for that event. I think outdoors, gardening, fresh air, greenery, and physical fitness go hand in hand, along with learning and reading. There's a place for all of that in the same process there. But no, that sounds fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, what else do you have?
Okay, so I think we've worked
Like
our
you
way
need any
through.
more. I mean, that you could have ended with that, you know.
No, it's all good. I think we've almost worked our way through our booklet. Then at the back, for the folks with youngins, or maybe without, we've got a cute little coloring page on one side, and then our mascot this summer is the llama. So we have a little llama that you can print out
The
and put
llama.
together. Come on now, it's so cute. Yeah.
Something's
Um,
wrong with that llama.
I know, right? And the last thing I'll add, summer learning wise, is each of our branches. We try to jazz up our space to fit the theme, and so downtown specifically, I will say that we have a fresh little garden blooming along our front desk.
Oh.
Uh, construction paper, so it won't die this summer, but we're hoping that people will come into the library and add to it. So we have little like flower cutouts where you can come in and tell us about your favorite tip or technique or tool for getting things to grow. And if that is something you've grown in your garden, awesome. If you don't garden, but you have a life tip for how to blossom as a person, awesome. Write that down, stick it on our garden, and we want to see a fully blooming paper flower garden by the end of the summer wrapped around our front desk. So that's at the downtown Bremerton branch, but at each location, I believe they have their own version of some sort of garden. So if you're elsewhere in the county, please do stop in your local branch and see what they have to offer. So that's what's going on downtown. We also, let me see if I can pull up our calendar here. I don't have my June Inspire with me, but it is on our website. Marwan, do you mind if I share screen?
Sure.
Okay.
I have it up if you want me to pull it up.
Oh, right on. Let's do that.
Bam.
Fantastic.
I was ready.
So under classes and events, can you hover over that on the top bar in black?
Yes.
Yep. So classes and events, open that up and go to Inspire Light. Yeah. Right on. Okay. So that is our June Inspire. And that's our monthly calendar. So the one you'll see at all of our branches every month. So if you flip through that, you'll see some of our upcoming June programs. And I want to see if there's any I want to highlight specifically. Let's see. We've got a little bit of summer learning on the inside of the front cover, which we just looked at, that I rambled about for a little while. We have all of our regular programs separated by age. So you'll see we have summer learning specific. And these are like celebrations they have at specific branches. You'll see Sylvan Way, Silverdale, Paulsbo. Then we move into our programs for adults. If you flip over to the next page, let's see. Oh, first one on the top left corner, actually. This is one of our shared neighbors, Marwan. We're doing a book discussion with the Kitsap Community Food Co-op tomorrow evening, actually.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. What time?
Yeah, on the 8th. And so that's the one at the very top left corner there. We're discussing a book called Grocery Story, and talking about how we get our food in stores. And so where that came from, the history of like grocery stores and supermarkets and like fast food shopping, things like that. So this is a two-part book discussion. The first one will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's the 8th. And the second one, which is the second half of the book, is June 22nd at 7 p.m. Both virtual. You can find the information for that on our website. And we're glad to have the co-op as a partner for that. I'm trying to skim through some of the other programs we have. Regular programs, we've got our Anti-Racism Learning Circle, which is a virtual program on Thursday the 9th, 5 to 6 p.m. We have a virtual program from Bainbridge Island, which again, you don't have to live there to dial in since it's virtual, is Veg Club. So this is a group that comes together and discusses ways of growing and harvesting and enjoying fresh vegetables. If that is something that you can incorporate into your daily experience, which is really cool. We have all of our regular book groups listed after that, some programs for teens. And then if you turn to the next page, let's see. We've got teens, we go into our kiddos. On the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see Seed Library. And that's something, and I think I mentioned this a few months ago also, but I'll highlight it again. At Port Orchard and I believe Manchester, when it opens, it's closed for renovations right now. At Port Orchard and Manchester, they have a seed library, which is totally free. Don't need a library card for it. So you can go in and just get a little packet of seeds to plant either in your
Oh,
garden
nice. Okay.
or on a windowsill pot. So that's a nice way to expand the types of things that you're growing without having to go out and purchase them. Which is pretty cool. Free seeds. And after that, you'll see our list of regular kids programs. I think the only one that I'm seeing that it's new to
Ooh, Lego
downtown.
Club. That looks awesome.
Which one was that?
Lego Club
Yeah.
and Chess Cafe.
Yeah, we've got some pretty smart kids who are our library patrons, and so we want to like encourage, you know, hands-on, active learning in a more like strategic type of way. So I'm really glad that chess is available. We've got a program on June 15th for kiddos called Growing Vegetables. That's here downtown at the downtown library. So that'll be open to kids who want to learn how to plant seeds and how to nurture vegetables as they grow. Just make sure that you wear something that can get dirty because planting is not clean. And then let's see. Yeah, the rest of our programs across the county are all listed there. We have a reading list, I believe, a resource list celebrating Juneteenth, which you'll see at the top right of that page there. And that's on our website, krl.org/Juneteenth. And then, yeah, if you go on to the next page, you'll see also that we've got resources for Pride because it's Pride Month on our website as well. That's krl.org/pride. So if you're looking for reading lists or recommendations or programs that are themed around these topics, check out those web pages and those resources will all be there. And then the rest of the programs for little kids and babies. We've got a few Friends of the Library book sales at different branches, Silverdale, Kingston, and Kingston again. Oh, that's their Friends meeting. And I'll also reiterate for downtown, our Friends sale is open most days, all days in our community room. So if you pop by the downtown branch, ask us where the Friends sale is, and it's available by donation. And I think that's the bulk of the new stuff that we've got going on for this month. And of course, on the back of Inspired, we've got our locations and hours as well. Just good stuff to have just in case.
So, Priya, can I ask
Yeah,
you, it's Mother's Day this month,
it is.
and do you have, or does the library have any craft ideas that the kiddos can do for Father's Day? We made candles and chocolate dipped strawberries for the mothers, and
Aw.
so having a little bit of difficulty of thinking of crafts for dads.
I'm glad you asked. You'll see on, I believe it was a couple pages back. I'm going to try to pull it up on my end. And under the programs for kids, sort of near where the Lego Club was, we have one on June 17th called Father's Day Crafts. And that is an in-person, yep, on that page. That's an in-person program at Sylvan Way, so not too far from downtown,
Okay.
for ages 0 through 5, so for younger kiddos. And so that'll be crafting something special for fathers or father figures who might be interested in participating either with their kid or for that kid to gift to them. So that is one option. It is for younger kids, so I would say feel free to ask your local library staff and we can try to find something for you. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Now, is there any way that a librarian will come and help you with your garden?
We don't make house calls, unfortunately. However, if you do want to get in touch with the library and share your progress or say, oh, I'm actually having a trouble with, I'm seeing that this certain pest is in my library, in my garden.
In my library.
This certain pest is in my garden. How do I get rid of it? We can try to find you an answer
Hmm.
for that or connect you with someone who can. And so that would be, a little bit of research, but easy enough.
So there's so many different resources in the library. Like there's a learning, how to learning business and just kind of all kinds of things. You mentioned hydroponics, right?
Mm.
Any cool things there aside from books that folks can engage and kind of learn what that is?
Ooh, I think there are some. I'll say for the hydroponics, that is a prize you can win through summer learning. I wish we had some hydroponics kits to lend out. That'd be super cool, but probably really cool.
That would be super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, probably pretty labor intensive for upkeep. However, we do have a handful of non-book or DVD related things. We have ukuleles that you can check out. Those are able to find either by getting in touch with the library, like call or stop in, or check our catalog. If you go to our web catalog, just type in ukulele. It should show where you can put that, request that to be saved for you. We have telescopes that you can request.
Oh, wow.
And I will say before you do that, just make sure you're aware they come in a really big box. So if you're coming to pick up your holds and you know your telescope is there, please bring your car or a cart or something because they're not heavy, they're just big.
Wait. This is my first time hearing this. How many telescopes do you have?
Oh gosh, I don't know that off the top of my head, but let me see if I can find out for you. Let's see. Okay, they're called the Orion Star Blast Telescope, and it looks like we have 6 of them that we share across our system.
Wow.
I will say if you want to borrow one, please request it as far in advance as you can because a lot of people are trying to get those telescopes. So we got a nice long holds list for it. But great for a clear
The
night.
library has all this stuff. This is so ridiculous, in the most awesome way. Or there, I saw in the news, periodically, it's like there's some type of event going on, right?
Mhm.
Oh, you can check this out right now, or this is going to happen in the sky, and it would be great to have a telescope and not have to spend $200-300 to get one, and be able to observe the phenomenon that's happening in the sky. So, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's really cool.
It is pretty neat. Yeah. The other things we have available are, I think I've shared about the Checkout Washington kits. Those are the ones that have the Discover passes in them. They come in a little backpack. They've got the pass. They've got a pair of binoculars inside, and then some guidebooks as well. So that's something we have more copies of those. So if you're planning like a weekend trip to a local state park or just want to stop by your branch and see if it's available, get in touch with us and we can try to check that out for you. I think I've shared also we've got the early learning kits and the STEM kits that you can check out again in the backpacks. So those are like curated reading and learning experiences for kiddos of a wide range of ages. I'm sure there's something else, but I might be forgetting. Let's see.
Man, what a great time to be a kid and have access to the library now,
Oh, for sure. We've also got video games. That's the thing I was forgetting. We've got
Video
a nice
games.
selection of video games you can check out for a week at a time.
Really?
Um, yeah,
What
those are
what
for
consoles?
PS4 and I think PS3, Xbox, and Switch. Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
because games get
That's
really
pretty cool.
expensive.
Yeah, they do get really expensive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if they want to check out a game, they
Mhm.
can. They can really go to any library and they'll ship them, through your internal to get it to the library closest to them.
Yep. Yeah, you can either stop in your local branch and see what we have to offer, or you can check our catalog. Just type in like video game, and it'll bring up everything that we have, and then you can request it same as you would a book or a movie. It'll just come to your branch. The one thing I'll add also is that most branches do not keep the disc inside the case if you walk into the library and grab it, because sometimes people like to snatch them and leave. So if you want to check one out, take the case, bring it up to the front desk. We will give you the disc, and then you can be on your way.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah.
So you do need to have the console, but the games are there for you,
Yes.
which is fantastic. I
Yeah.
that Yeah, I love it, man. Like I said, every month it's something new. So,
Cool.
and these are some of these things are things that the library has always had, and there's just too many things for you to mention in 1 30-40 minute podcast.
I know, right? We always have a lot going on in the summer because of summer learning. It happens every year, and it's sort of like our biggest like push out to the community. Like we are open, we are here for you. Let us support you doing whatever you want to do. If that's reading, if that's learning, if that's just getting out there with your family and doing stuff together. So summer is a really busy time for us, and we're really, really happy to be able to get the word out, to visit your platform, Conduit, and encourage as many people as possible, all ages, come hang out with us. We were really excited to learn and read with you this summer.
Oh, you already know how pumped I am.
Yes.
Uh, and so, tell me again, because I was supposed to come and try to do the walk, and I believe that I missed it. But if you keep reminding me, I am walking down at Evergreen. I'm just usually done by 10, uh,
Mhm.
but I need to just extend it. But what day is that again?
That's okay. So our walking club did run through April and May.
Mhm.
It was at noon on Fridays. We're going to take a little bit of break in the summer because we've got so much going on for summer learning. If you are interested in a communal shared walking experience, I think I would recommend the Kitsap Sun has that whole schedule of community walks planned throughout the summer.
Mhm.
That local reporter Josh Farley is leading those. Um, the next one, I'm not sure if there's one later this month, but I know that the big one coming up is the Bridging Bremerton celebration, which is July 2nd. And that will be a walk starting and ending at Evergreen Park. So, Marwan, you might catch them if you don't remember. But that's going to be more of like a community event feel. Like I'll be there at a library table. And there's a really nice walking route that goes from Evergreen Park up through Manette and then back down across both bridges.
Oh, both bridges. That's quite the walk.
It is a good walk, but there's a lot of local history and arts and culture to talk about while you're on it.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot that's been going on in Bremerton over its history. So this will be a really cool way to both walk, get to know people, and explore some local history as well.
Is that like a half a day event? I'm just thinking of like walking across that bridge takes a little bit of time. So, and if you got to stop and have discussions, it's like 4 or 5 hour event or
I think it's like 10 to 12-ish. So like
mm,
morning, noonish time.
that's a fast pace there.
Not too
And you
bad. I
hit
think
both
the
bridges?
entire loop is like 3-ish miles, I think.
Really?
Um,
That's it?
yeah,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
doable. It is doable. And it's a good time when you have people with you and you're all like learning together. It makes the time pass by really quickly.
I tell you, if you walk that bridge, the Warren Avenue Bridge feels like 3 miles. So
It really does.
it doesn't seem as steep of an incline until you walk it. So
Mhm.
FYI.
Yeah.
Uh For sure. I did wanna pull this up because I was able to find it. Unfortunately, it's still in Canva, so forgive me.
Okay.
Whoops, no, that's not it. That's not what I wanted to show you. Hold on, let me go in here really quick and add that in there. Boom, and then boom. So, these are the details here. So, just wanna let people know Tones Fitness presents Summer Fit Camp 2022. Let's have fun and get fit, and it's gonna be from June 20th, through August 20th. And it's $25 a month. And so you can email Tones Fitness at their email is right here, tonesfitness900 at gmail.com. And so, yeah, like I said, that would be, you see the list of activities here, the
Mhm.
hiking and the arts and the painting and games. And they're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, I just felt like the reading challenge would
Mhm.
be an awesome thing for the library to engage the kids there. So I
Mhm.
wanted to show you that.
For sure. If you could send that to me, Marwan, I would love to look more into it. Yeah.
I absolutely will for sure. And I'm just so excited. The more that what I'm doing these podcasts and folks are coming on, just all the different opportunities for collaborating and generating
Mhm.
ideas and watching folks saying, "Okay, let's go, we can do this," and just kind of taking off with it is so great. So
Yeah.
it just has me so jazzed up.
Absolutely. Love to see it. Love that collaboration. Love that good energy. That's awesome.
Yes. And I still owe you some information, so I still need to bring that sword down, and I need to bring that Essence magazine. I don't know where it is, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have
Mm.
to. Sometimes you try to preserve something so
Mhm.
carefully that you misplace it even from yourself. And I'm like, where did I put
It's
this
too
thing?
safe.
It is
You
too
kept it
safe.
in too safe of a location.
I don't know where it is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a little panicked, but I will find it and bring it. So I have
Okay.
not
I'm looking
forgotten.
forward to it. Cool.
So, any other things that you have for the library? You've given us so many things.
Um, I think that's truly it. We've got a lot going on this summer. And I want to keep reiterating, like, if anyone is ever interested, come in the library and even just say like, hey, I started my summer learning. I started my reading. I'm tracking this now. It's going great. We love to hear that. Love, even just a little bit of an update, or stop in and throw a little flower onto our paper garden on our desk. We really enjoy seeing people coming in like as part of their walk or making a little stop with their family, like before heading out to like a hike or something. We really do love that in-person connection. So yeah, just come say hi.
Absolutely. Well, again, we all appreciate you, Priya, and the Kitsap Regional Library, and all the fantastic and friendly and outgoing librarians. I mean, this just changes the library experience for me. Just talking with you. So,
Yeah.
and I hope that is the same for others. If you feel like there's nothing to do in the county, that is not true. There is so many different things to do. There's so many different worlds you can visit in a book, but it's not just the book. That is the library is not just books. There's so many cool things, and they're there to help you. So you don't have to be an expert. Just come, ask questions, engage, and learn. Be a lifelong learner. Enjoy yourself and have some fun. So I just encourage everyone to do that. So with that, I do not have my music right now. That is coming soon. We're going to be changing up our music. Uh, but I do want to wish Priya and all the librarians at Kitsap Regional Library a very happy Tuesday and a great week and a great month. And we will see you next
Same to
month.
you. Same to you. Thanks for having us.
All right. So for Priya Chari, I am R1 Cameron. This is the conduit. Oh, wait, we have something in the chat. We'd be missed. Oh, well said. That's from
Well said.
Jessica.
Yes.
Hey, Jessica. So, that happened to me yesterday. It was like, I was ending the show and then there was something in the chat and I missed one. So, but yes, for Priya, I am Marwan. This is the conduit. We will see you next time, everyone.